let me make this very clear because y'all know this platform is soft. Look, I don't condone none of this behavior, and the only reason we're watching it is for educational purposes, for self-defense purposes, etc. With that being said, this man put 9 shots into him for doing this to him in public. I'm not even exaggerating. I would be lying to y'all if I said I didn't see a few seconds of this. I haven't seen the full thing. I got the story pulled up. Let's watch it together. Brace yourselves because we've been on a roll in terms of all this crazy content. So brace yourselves in case this gets very graphic. And also, let me say this is for sure gonna be a hybrid video in terms of whatever is not shown here and whatever is censored will be up on the Patreon, and y'all can see the full uncensored version on there if it ends up in any way being censored. And to anybody that's new here and doesn't know, on the Patreon y'all get content that's crazier than this, literally like Patreon exclusives that will never be uploaded on YouTube because they're way too crazy, and it's also the best way to support the channel. So check that out. Let's run this. And I promise y'all, the reason he decided that he could push him, you know, shove him, is because he doesn't take him serious. He doesn't see him as, at least off of the uniform, it doesn't look like this is a cop. Maybe when we read the story, and I haven't read the story, it could be, I don't know. But he's not taking him serious. He thinks this is just some random bum-ass, lame-ass, old, fat security. That's just a harsh reality. That is why he tried him. But it turns out that's not the case at all, bro. This man is willing to risk it all. He's willing to take yours for what you did to him. Stop! Why is he still around?
Hell no, boy. Nah, hell no, fuck.
Bro, he's moving at grandpa pace. If you don't get out of this... And this is where I got to, by the way. The rest I haven't seen, but he's moving at grandpa pace. And I'm assuming he's the one that's going to shoot because he just got disrespected. He's moving at an ant's pace, a literal snail's pace. Why are you still around? Do you not watch my content, bro? Do you not see how crazy and how fast life can get? All it takes is a second. In this case, we've been watching this for 17 seconds. You've been given 17 seconds to get out, escape, flee the scene for your own safety. And like I said, I don't condone none of this behavior, but why are you still around, my man?
No, hey, TG, folk. TG!
He pulled it out.
Before he got his pipe, boy.
Oh my God. He really... just like that. It looks like a normal day, bro. It looks like this is something he just does all the time. That's what kills me, bro, is the casual walk, the casual, slow grandpa walk. I don't know if that's the fast... I dropped my dropped my gum, but look, I don't know if that's the fastest he can physically walk, but this man walked slowly, casually, and calmly and put 9 into him. And that's exactly why you can't be shoving somebody, you can't be pushing somebody, you can't be fighting somebody unless you're willing to either finish the job or run directly afterwards, or you're protected yourself. Because if there's one thing all these videos have proved, bro, is that the ones you don't suspect sometimes are the ones that'll do it to you. I mean, literally, in general, you just don't ever want to put yourself in a situation like this where you're the one that provokes or you're the one that escalates it like this by pushing this man to the floor, bro. It's a crazy world we live in. He really put 9 into him, bro. Let me read y'all the story. Let's break this down. I really want to know what happened to him for doing this. There we go. 6 years is all he got. 6 years for putting 9 bullets into him. CTA worker gets 6 years for shooting an unruly customer at 95th Street Red Line Station. What is CTA, bro? CTA is call to action. So what is he? Is he a security guard or is he a worker? What? Huh? CTA refers to different types of workers. Care team assistants. Here we go. Okay, this is the one that makes sense. Chicago Transit Authority. So he's not even a cop or anything. I guess he's a hybrid of a security guard and like a train station employee. Anyways, let's break it down. And I've been in Chicago so many times, bro. I've never taken no train or any of that. So I didn't even know they had like a big transportation system like that. But let's see. A Chicago Transit Authority customer service agent has been sentenced to 6 years for shooting an intoxicated customer. Sylvester Adams, 54, pleaded guilty to attempted murder. In exchange for the sentence from Judge James Lynn on Tuesday, according to court records, prosecutors dropped 4 felony charges in their plea deal with Adams, including additional counts of attempted murder, aggravated battery by discharging a firearm, and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Adam had worked for the transit agency for about 4 years when the incident unfolded around 2:13 a.m. Nothing really happens after like midnight, bro. Like nothing really good happens. And I'm a night person, bro. But if you're out late night, you got to keep your guard up much higher because, like I said, bro, crazy, intoxicated, weirdo people are out at night too. That's when the victim, identified by NBC5 as Jeremy Begay, 38, and another man approached the 95th Street attendant to ask Adams and his coworker for directions and the location of an ATM. Moments later, the victim and the other man got into a fight, and Adams' coworker called the cops. Officers put the other man onto the red line, but the victim reportedly said he was waiting for a ride and didn't want to take the train. After the cops left, him and his coworker were locked inside their enclosed kiosk as the victim, described as unarmed and clearly intoxicated, began threatening them from the outside. More CTA customers arrived, and the man became combative with some of them as well, meaning he was picking fights. He was high or drunk, intoxicated, out of his mind, picking fights with this worker because he was trying to get to an ATM and they really couldn't help him out, is what I'm understanding. That's when Adams allegedly stepped out of the locked kiosk with a hammer in his hand and approached the victim. The men exchanged words and the victim pushed Adams to the floor. Okay, so the man with the tool, the CTA worker who shot the victim in this case, before he did that, he was walking towards the victim with a hammer, which is what caused him to shove him to the floor, is what I'm understanding. That does give us a lot more context, and I didn't see no hammer in the video, unless it was like a baby ass Bob the Builder hammer. I don't know, maybe it was a Lego hammer. I didn't see one, and I'm not gonna go back, but it says he apparently pulled up with one, and that's why this drunk dude pushed him to the floor. Adams tried to hit the man with the hammer while on the ground, and the victim kicked Adams in the face before turning and walking away. Video recorded by a customer who arrived during the disturbance was first posted to Twitter. Adams is seen getting to his feet and walking to the top of a nearby staircase the victim had just descended. That's when he fired 9 shots at the victim, who had quickened his pace down the stairs to get away from him. Bullets struck the victim in his back, abdomen, and lower right leg, and he survived, which is insane, bro. 9 shots and you make it out alive is a blessing, straight up. It was also probably all that alcohol in his system that, look, it's haram, bro. That shit is horrible for you. But one of the side effects that it does, is whoever is drunk out of their mind, like this dude, they don't really feel pain for a few hours, bro. So that could have been a reason he survived, straight up. After being shot, the victim made his way to the end of the platform and hid. The video shows the victim was clearly walking away when Adams, fired. Adams allegedly returned to the kiosk after the shooting and told his coworker, "My life is over." Prosecutors said he also admitted to shooting the victim while speaking to officers whose body-worn cameras were activated, and apparently his life is not over, because after putting 9 hot bullets into that man's flesh, all he got was 6 years, which he can probably get out after 4 years of good behavior, is what I'm understanding. That's not just getting away with it. That is just, look, jail is horrible in general, bro, but that is really like getting away with it. He will receive credit for 409 days earned after being arrested. The records show that the prosecutors amended the state complaints so Adams would not receive a sentencing enhancement for using a firearm. Let me know what y'all think about this. Don't push nobody to the floor if you're not ready to end it. Hey, this was a crazy video, bro. Straight up. And one thing I told y'all that strikes clear as day in this situation is that a man's ego is something he's willing to die over, and it's worth more than anything else, more than his life and earnings and everything that he's worked so hard for. And it's something I gotta control. Y'all gotta control. To my guys, bro, we really have to check our egos at all times. Doesn't mean erasing it. It just means you gotta check it. Because in this situation, the reason that man felt so inclined to get up and put 9 into him is because his ego was bruised, bro. He felt disrespected. He felt weak. He felt humiliated. He felt embarrassed that this drunk person just really pushed him and shoved him to the floor in front of everybody. And his ego kicked in overdrive and took control of the cockpit and led him to go ahead and do what he did. That's why you gotta check your ego, bro. In a situation like that, if he did check his ego, instead of getting up and putting 9 into him, he would get up and go beat him up. Instead of, like I said, I don't condone none of this behavior. All I'm saying is this is a real life example of how your ego can get you hurt or get you put in prison for a long time, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. I got y'all with so many back-to-back crazy videos. Appreciate y'all as always if you're watching this on YouTube or on Patreon, whichever one. And stay tuned because we're dropping back to back to back. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out.